It is time for another season of Tualatin Tiny Tot Tune Time. So let's get started the way we always do with a rousing chorus of the Hello song. It goes like this. It goes, hello, 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 and how are you? I'm fine, and I hope that you are too. Now everybody clap your hands, clap your hands, clap your hands. Now everybody clap your hands, come on and clap your hands. Hello, 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 and how are you? I'm fine, and I hope that you are too. Now everybody touch your nose, touch your nose, touch your nose. Now everybody touch your nose. Come on and touch your nose. Okay, one more time. En español. Hola, 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 ¿y cómo estás? Estoy bien, muy bien, y espero que tú también. Now everybody wave hello, wave hello, wave hello. Now everybody wave hello, 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 hello. All right, hello. Welcome to Tiny Tots. Today is going to be super fun because we are going to celebrate our bodies. This is going to be an all about me story time. So we're going to talk about fingers and toes and all kinds of good stuff like that. But as you know, we got to get warmed up. And what better way to warm up in a body story time than head, shoulders, knees, and toes? Okay, you know where your head is, you know shoulders, you know knees, toes. Let's put it all together. It goes like this. It goes head, shoulders, knees and toes, knees and toes. Head, shoulders, knees and toes, knees and toes. Eyes and ears, a mouth and nose. Head, shoulders, knees and toes. Okay, so you got it. That was kind of slow. Let's pick up the pace a little bit because we're getting warmed up. We got to get some energy out, right? Okay, let's do it. Head, shoulders, knees and toes, knees and toes. Head, shoulders, knees and toes, knees and toes. Eyes and ears, a mouth and nose. Head, shoulders, knees and toes. Nice, okay. One more time. Because you know me, and you know I like to go super rocket fun fast. So we're going to try head, shoulders, knees, and toes as fast as I can play it, which might not be that fast. Okay, let's do it all together. Head, shoulders, knees, and toes, knees and toes. Head, shoulders, knees, and toes, knees and toes. Eyes and ears, a mouth and nose. Head, shoulders, knees, and toes, knees and toes. And now you are warmed up. All right, now we're going to do a song all about different parts of our body that we love. We're going to start with our toes, and this song is called Everybody Knows I Love My Toes. And in this song, you'll point to your toes when we talk about toes, and then you'll point to your knees and your elbows and your shoulders, and then something else. We'll start with nose. Okay, so toes, knees, elbows, shoulders, nose. Okay, now you know the body parts we're going to start with. It goes like this. It goes, everybody knows I love my toes. Everybody knows I love my toes. I love my knees, my elbows, my shoulders and nose. But everybody knows I love my toes. All right, now we're going to celebrate our hips. Do you know where your hips are? Right below your belly button on either side of your body, you've got hips, and they help you walk around and move and bend and all kinds of good stuff. So let's celebrate our hips. Everybody knows I love my hips. And now instead of nose, we're going to talk about lips. Okay, it goes like this. Everybody knows I love my hips. Everybody knows I love my hips. I love my knees, my elbows, my shoulders and lips. But everybody knows I love my hips. Okay, now we're going to celebrate one more part of our body. And this might be one that you don't even know about. Do you know what a shin is? A shin is a part of your leg. It's the front of the bottom part of your leg. So it's between your knee and your foot. So if you touch your leg right at the front between your knee and foot, you're touching your shins. So we're going to talk about loving our shins. Okay, so let's do it. Everybody knows I love my shins. Everybody knows I love my shins. I love my knees, my elbows, my shoulder and chin. Now everybody knows I love my shins. Nice job. Let's do one more round of toes. Okay, everybody knows I love my toes. Everybody knows I love my toes. I love my knees, my elbows, my shoulders and nose. But everybody knows I love my toes. Nice job. All right, next up in our celebration of ourselves is a song by Casper Babypants. And as you probably know, he's one of my favorite children's musicians, so check out everything you can. I'm sure we have all of his albums at the library. And I'm going to do one of his older songs. It's called All You Pretty Babies. And in this song, when I talk about jumping up, make sure you get at least one good jump in there. And I'm going to talk about dancing, and then I'm going to talk about banging with your spoons and stomping on the floor. So you're going to have a lot of chances to move around. And this goes like this. It goes, all you pretty babies, jumping up on the one, dancing to your baby music outside in the sun. All you pretty babies, jumping up on the two, dancing to your baby music, banging with your spoon, banging with your spoon, banging with your spoon, banging with your spoon. All you pretty babies, jumping up on the three, dancing to your baby music under shady trees. All you pretty babies, jumping up on the four, dancing to your baby music, stomping on the floor, stomping on the floor, stomping on the floor, stomping on the floor. All you pretty babies, jumping up on the five, dancing to your baby music, feeling so alive. All you pretty babies, jumping up on the six, dancing to your baby music, bang on drums with sticks, bang on drums with sticks, bang on drums with sticks, bang on drums with sticks. Nice job. That's All You Pretty Babies by Casper Babypants. All right, it's time for my favorite part of Tiny Tots, where I get to share one of my favorite books with you. And today I've got a good one. But before we start that, let's check in with our bodies, make sure we're ready to listen. So we're going to start out here. My ears are ready to hear. My eyes are ready to look. My hands I clap now in my lap. It's time now for this book. I love this book. It's called Who Has Wiggle Waggle Toes? It's by Vicki Schiefman and it's illustrated by Francesca Chessa. And it is not a sitting down book. It is a moving around book. So don't feel like you've got to sit there crisscross applesauce in this book. Make sure that you do the stuff that we talk about doing. Lots of fun moving. It even starts right there on the end papers. Who has wiggle waggle toes? Okay, here we go. Who has wiggle waggle toes? I do. Who has flip flop feet? I do. Who has knockabout knees? I do. And who has a big bold bottom? Oh, I do. Who has out their elbows? I do. And who has peekaboo hands? I do. And who has a kissable nose? I do. And who has a hokey pokey head? I do. Well, can you twiddle your wiggle waggle toes? Get those toes twiddling. And yes, I can twiddle my wiggle waggle toes. Can you stomp your flip-flop feet? Yes, I can stomp my flip-flop feet. Skipped a page. Can you knock your knockabout knees? Yes, I can knock my knockabout knees. Can you shimmy your big bold bottom? Yes, I can shimmy my big bold bottom. Can you flap your out there elbows? Yes, I can flap my out there elbows. Well, can you hide your peekaboo hands? Yes, I can hide my peekaboo hands. Well, can you crinkle that kissable nose? Yes, I can crinkle that kissable nose. And can you shake your hokey pokey head? Yes, I can shake my hokey pokey head. Well then, you're my wiggle waggle flip flop knockabout big bold out there peekaboo kissable hokey pokey honey. Let's try that one more time. Well then, you're my wiggle waggle flip flop knockabout big bold out there peekaboo kissable hokey pokey honey. And that is the end of Who Has Wiggle Waggle Toes by Vicki Schiefman. All right, it is time for this week's Lit Bit. So this is for the big people. Big people, listen up. This week's Lit Bit is one that I did probably about a year ago. It's one that I try to do at least once a year because I think it's probably the most important thing that I could tell you about helping your children love to read. And it's this: never force your kids to read. If you start a book and they're just not into it, then put it down and come back to it later. You want to make reading fun, and you want to make reading experiences super joyful for your kids. So if it becomes work and you force them to sit there and listen and they're not into it, they're going to have negative experiences associated with the process of reading and listening, and you don't want that. So when they're ready to listen and they want to sit down and they want book after book, fabulous, read. But if they're not in the right headspace to listen to a book, then best thing is not to force it, because you want to make sure that every experience they have with reading is a really positive experience, so they'll be excited when it comes down to the hard work of learning how to read. All right, thanks for joining me for Tiny Tots. It was super fun hanging with you again, and now it is time for us to say goodbye. So join me in a chorus of If You're Happy and You Know It. It goes like this: if you're happy and you know it, clap your hands. If you're happy and you know it, clap your hands. If you're happy and you know it, then your face will surely show it. If you're happy and you know it, clap your hands. If you're happy and you know it, flap your arms. If you're happy and you know it, flap your arms. If you're happy and you know it, then your face will surely show it. If you're happy and you know it, flap your arms. If you're happy and you know it, shout hooray, hooray. If you're happy and you know it, shout hooray, hooray. If you're happy and you know it, then your face will surely show it. If you're happy and you know it, shout hooray, hooray. Okay, best part, all three of them put together. If you're happy and you know it, do all three. Clap, clap, flap, flap. Hooray! If you're happy and you know it, do all three. Clap, clap, flap, flap. Hooray! If you're happy and you know it, then your face will surely show it. If you're happy and you know it, do all three. Clap, clap, flap, flap. Hooray! Yay! I will see you next week.